What's up guys, Toy Bro back again for another review, and we're going back to San Diego Comic-Con because I finally got some exclusives in that I was waiting on since pretty much the con ended. These are the Super7 Reaction Motu exclusives that they put out. So we've got the exclusive Trapjaw figure, and then we've got the carrying case that has an exclusive Merman figure in there. As far as Trapjaw goes, we've got that same kind of vintage style artwork from Jason Edmiston on there. We got our figure in the bubble, and then the back has some cross-sell on the other figures in the line. The carrying case doesn't have any packaging. I mean, it is the packaging. It's got some cool artwork from Jason again, and then it's just, you know, a vinyl carrying case. It smells just like the 80s to me. So let's take a look at both of these figures. I'm going to start with the carrying case because it's a little easier to deal with, just to get it out of the way too. So we've got that awesome artwork on the front, and that's kind of the big draw for me, is that it looks really cool. You've got Snake Mountain, you've got Castle Grayskull, and we've got our various masters battling it out here. It's got a handle, just like you would expect. It's got a button on the top, and you can pull it down. We've got our merman here, and inside it has two trays that are stacked on top of each other that hold a dozen figures each, and two of the slots are bigger, and I'm not really sure why. I'm sure I'm just missing something or not paying attention to some of these figures that have already come out. Maybe they're a little smaller. But they just sit on top of each other. You can see, pull that one out, there's another one. So we're going to pull that aside because that's really all there is to talk about. It is a vinyl carrying case. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, and I can't get the damn thing back together now. How embarrassing. Alright, so there it is. And then you just seal it up, which is pretty cool. And again, it smells just like the 80s. It's pretty exceptional. I guess that's a selling feature. It definitely is to me. Here is our merman. So we're going to open him on camera. He just comes in a little bubble wrap in a little baggie here. It's got reaction all over. So these, let me pull them open here. This is actually the first Motu figure I've ever opened in reaction style. Look at me. So here he is, and this is, what, mini comic merman, because he's got the light blue color. Let's pan down there. Bring him a little closer. And he's got his, you know, it doesn't look like a corn cob here, but that's what he has. There's his sword. So you can see our merman here. Get that trash out of the way. Not a whole lot to talk about it. I mean, he's the vintage style. So we've got arms that swivel. We've got legs that swivel. That's pretty much it. He's got sword flinging action, apparently. But he looks pretty cool. I like him. I don't have the first merman. Surprisingly, I don't have a lot of these. That is going to change very soon. So you can snap that sword in place. It's got the kind of handle on it like the vintage figures do. You can see he's in that light blue color. We've got some furry feet down there. We got the loincloth. We've got his armor. We've got his, you know, the head that he shares with Stinkor. I think he's pretty cool. You know, they're 3 3/4 inch figures, so they're in that vintage Kenner style. But it's a cool exclusive. It's a good bonus to get that carrying case. I don't really remember how much the carrying case costs. It's not all that expensive, but the merman's would have been a $15 figure on his own, so you can't really go wrong there. So we got our merman, we've got our carrying case. Let's take a look at Trapjaw now. All right, here is Trapjaw out of the package. He is the second Motu reaction figure I've ever opened, so we are making progress here. And this guy is, he is the mini comic style Trapjaw, the early mini comics. So he was a green instead of, you know, kind of bluish colors. And I think he looks pretty cool. There is a lot of detail on that arm. He's got his trademark skull and crossbones belt, and then of course we've got the jaw that makes him Trapjaw. Again, same kind of articulation. So we've got swiveling arms, swiveling legs, and that's it. Head, obviously. So just a 5 POA figure, really. But he does have something a little extra. So he's Trapjaw. He's got some extra attachments. We have got the gun is what he comes packaged with, and you can pop this off, and then you'll see that he's got the claw attachment, and then he's also got his hook. So you can kind of do whatever you want, give him a little bit of flair, make him stand out from the other Trapjaw, which again, I still don't have the regular one, and that's going to change soon too. And we'll take a look at the earlier figures when I get them in. So, you know, not a great deal to talk about, but they are a nice vintage throwback to those old style figures. And I think Super 7 does a really good job of actually making these figures look like they would if they came out, you know, if Kenner was making Motu figures back in the late 70s and the 80s. And because why not? Here's a look at the carrying case. So we've got our tray. I'm just going to show you. I mean, everybody knows how a carrying case works, I assume. So you can throw your figures in, you know, take Merman's sword out, throw them in, put them in the box, and then you got them on the go. I'm not sure where I'm going with them, but they are going to be all stored in this case, at least for a little while, until I can figure out where I'm going to put them, because my toy rooms are a complete and utter disaster because I just can't get it together. Ultimately, I think these are pretty cool figures. I like the mini comic aspect of them. I like the way they look. You know, it kind of does something for me in terms of nostalgia. It makes me think of older, better times. And then, of course, we got the cool carrying case. I think is a great Comic-Con exclusive. It's not really an exclusive. You can buy it on their website. It was a first release. Trapjaw was supposed to be an exclusive, but they sold him on their site as well. So you can probably still get Trapjaw, and I know you can get the carrying case. And if you are a fan of Motu or Reaction, you owe it to yourself to get these because they are really cool. So that is going to do it for this look at the Motu Super 7 Reaction exclusives from San Diego Comic-Con 2017. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and do all that YouTube stuff for me. And until next time, everyone.